Welcome back to our series on estate planning. On this video, we're going to take a minute and talk about probate because we need to understand what probate is. And anytime that we're talking about a will or a trust or a beneficiary deed, we always have probate in the back of our mind because usually that's what we want to avoid. So let's start off by talking, what is probate? And I think this is something where in the movies, people get a misconception of how things work when somebody passes away. So in the movies, the family gathers around the lawyer's office, the lawyer reads the will, and then just everybody takes the property. And what I've seen from a lot of phone calls, that's how people think that it works. They'll say, all right, well, the will gives me this, so I get it. And that's not how it works, unfortunately. So if the person that passed away, if they have a will or if they have nothing at all, then it has to go through what we call probate. And probate is essentially a lawsuit that we file with the circuit court that says, hey, this person passed away and they left no will, or they left a will, and so now we need the court to administer the estate. That's how it works in the real world. And there's several drawbacks to probate, several things that we don't like about it. For one, it takes a long time, and you're going to be looking at 12 to 18 months to get through it. There's a lot of steps to it. There's several different publications. We've got to get notice to all the creditors of the estate. There's a lot of steps to it, and it's not going to move fast. The other thing is it's expensive. And if we're doing it on a flat fee, then it's the loved ones that are mourning. They're the ones that have to pay for it. Or if we're doing it as a percentage of the estate, then the lawyer's going to get paid a percentage of the estate that's not going to go to the loved ones as the person wanted. So that's something to always consider. The other thing is that it's going to be very public. Wow, we got to make these public announcements. We got to publish them in the newspaper. So everything that was going on with the estate, if there was any bills, any creditors, that sort of thing, it's all going to be public, and anybody can go in there and look at it. They can pull up these public records. And in the past, it wasn't such a big concern, but these days with Court Connect, everything's out there. So a lot of folks don't want their business published like that. So we want to look at ways of avoiding probate. And we'll get into that with the other videos. The trust and the beneficiary deed are primary ways of getting out of it. But it's the thing that we have to remember anytime that we're talking about estate planning, we got to keep in mind what probate is. Now, some folks take the position of, hey, I just need to get the quickest, cheapest option down. The family can pay for probate. I don't care about that. And that's fine. It's your decision. We work for you. So if you have no problem with your family going through probate, then that's fine. You don't have to avoid it. But what most people are going to want to do is to keep their family from having to go through the mental and financial strain of a probate. So the main thing to keep in mind is that if we're talking about a will or we're talking about nothing at all, we got to go through this probate process. And it's going to be long. It's going to be expensive, and it's going to make all your affairs very public. So anytime that we're going to get here and discuss our estate planning, we're going to try to figure out ways that we can avoid probate, keep your estate out of it, keep your family out of it, and get the assets to your loved ones as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Thanks.